Hi, my name's Adam McKenzie and I'm the creator of strongNsexy. I'm also lucky enough to call myself a transformation expert to women and people all around the world, not only changing their bodies, but changing their minds and their lives. And one of the questions that I always get asked is how to lose belly fat, and why am I storing more fat around my midsection? Even though I'm training so hard and I'm doing everything I think I should be doing, I'm not losing any fat off my midsection or my belly or my gut or whatever you want to call it. And today I'm just going to give you a few reasons why that is the case and also what you can do about it. All right. Now to start with here, research has proven that sugar is one of the main reasons that we store excess fat around our belly. And the reason for that is sugar is a high energy source. It's a high carbohydrate. Our body takes it in and uses it straight away. Now, if you're consuming excess energy throughout the day and you're consuming extra calories because you're having sugar, then your body's going to store that. And one of the best ways to store excess energy is with fat. And what research has shown is where the fat tends to sit from excess sugar is around your midsection. And it has, a few things to do with hormones and everything else that I'm not going to get into today, but it's one of the main reasons and it's one of the main contributors to belly fat and abdominal fat and, having love handles and a gut that you don't want to have anymore. The other one is alcohol, okay? And with alcohol, it's almost like a double whammy, I call it, because what happens is alcohol is a toxin, all right? And alcohol is trying to get processed through your body before anything else. So while your body is getting rid of alcohol, it's not doing what it should be doing because it has to stop to a certain extent and go and take care of getting rid of that toxin and then come back and get back to what it was doing before, which is burning fat, using all the energy systems, digestion, everything else that it was doing. And the other thing is that alcohol is also very high in what? Sugar, okay? And even wine, everyone who says that, it's great to have a couple glasses of wine a week, yeah, it's great. Red definitely better than white because of antioxidants, but it's also high in sugar. White wine is very high in sugar, so be aware of that. Beer, everything else, it's all very high in sugar. And if you look at guys, yes, genetically our makeup is designed more to store weight around our waist, but you can look at a lot of males who are in the sort of male society where drinking on the weekends and having a couple of beers after work every night is acceptable, it's the norm. Have a look at where they carry their weight. It's always out in front. If you looked at most of them from behind, you probably wouldn't even think they were overweight. They turn around, there it is, Father Christmas's belly. And one of the main reasons for that is, again, it's alcohol, but it's excess sugar. They've just consumed all this energy. Now their body's busy doing other things to get rid of the toxin, but what's it going to do with that excess energy? Not only is it not burning what you've just intake because it's getting rid of it, but now you've given it more energy that it's just going to have to store somewhere. So it's going to store it as fat. Okay, so one of the things I want you to try with both of these is set yourself some targets and some challenges. So this week I'm going to go 5 days alcohol and sugar free, or do one or the other each week, or set yourself a 30-day challenge. A lot of people, will go and set themselves an alcohol free challenge, but they forget about sugar. And the issue with sugar nowadays is sugar is in so many different products. And you might think that you're having a low fat option or a non-fat option because they've taken a lot of the saturated fat out of it. But to keep the flavor in there, they add in more sugar. They add in things like high fructose corn syrup. They add in trans fats instead of saturated fats, which are all terrible for your body. And they all will straight away make you store more fat around your midsection and on the whole more fat total. So be aware of that sometimes it's better to go for a full fat product, but just have it in small amounts rather than going for a non-fat product, eating a lot of it and consuming a lot of sugar, okay? So let's set yourself a target to go sugar-free, go alcohol-free, a week, a month, whatever you can do. But if you do that straight away, you're gonna get some great results. Last one here is intensity, all right? One of the biggest things is if you want your body to change and you want things to change, you have to change. And if your training has been the same for so long, if you're doing the same type of exercises, the same type of cardio, the same intensities, the same time, the same distance, the same effort, if it's all the same, you're gonna stay the same. You gotta bring it. If you wanna change your body, you've gotta change how you're working out. You gotta change how you're approaching things. You gotta change your intensity towards every single session that you have, but also towards your food, towards your mindset, everything else to change your body and to get in the best shape that you want. So let's go sugar-free, alcohol-free. Start being more aware of what things are high in sugar, because that is going to cause you way more health problems and keep the belly fat there for a lot longer than fat will. Okay, so be aware of that. Sugar is much worse than fat. All right, I know you're concerned about arteries and everything else, which I'm going to get into some other videos, but right now just be aware of that. Let's make it a goal. Alcohol, we already talked about that. Intensity, bring it. It's game time. If you approach all of these things, not only are you going to feel better about yourself, but you're going to say goodbye to that belly fat. You're going to have the abs that you want, and you're going to feel strong and sexy.